Hi guys, my name is Gopal and it's time for a book review. Did you miss it? Did you miss it? I know you did. The book that I'm going to review today is called Revolution 2020. Starts with Chetan Bhagat giving a speech in an engineering college. The director of the college is Gopal Mishra, who is a fan of Chetan Bhagat and also a character that Chetan Bhagat created. Coincidence? I don't think so. So this story is supposed to be about three people. Highly creepy Gopal, extremely annoying Aarti, and barely there Raghav. A little about highly creepy Gopal. Highly creepy Gopal is, well, highly creepy. The reason I call him highly creepy is because his high levels of creepiness have been established in literally the first 2 pages of the book. After Chetan Bhagat is done with his speech at Gopal's college, Gopal comes up to him and he's like, "Sir, big fan. Now let me take you home for a drink." And Chetan Bhagat is like, "Okay," but he's feeling like, "I hope I don't regret this," which I completely get because I'm in the first page of this book and I already regret it. Chetan Bhagat and Gopal are at Gopal's house. Gopal has had too much to drink. He passes out. He is then hospitalized. And Chetan Bhagat, unlike any normal semi-famous person, instead of running like a man on wheels, he chooses to stay through it all. The passing out, the hospitalization, Gopal regaining his consciousness. He stays to ask Gopal this. "Gopal, are you okay? No, I mean, are you really okay?" And then Gopal is like, "Do you think I'm a good person?" They've just met, by the way, and Gopal has to pay Chetan Bhagat for the speech that he did. So yeah, we can trust Chetan Bhagat for his completely unbiased opinion on Gopal's goodness. And Chetan Bhagat is like, "There is a story here. Nothing about this meet is normal. Gopal has some serious serial killer vibes." But then he starts telling his story and we realize that he's not a serial killer. He's just a douchebag. Yes, there is a story, but an awful, a mind-numbingly boring one. Everything in the story is so predictable, it's annoying. It gives you nothing, no value addition whatsoever. This story doesn't ignite any emotions. I felt nothing. No anger, no hatred, definitely not happiness or curiosity or any emotion at all. It's plain boring. The cover and the back of the book will make you believe that this story is about three people, when in fact it's just about Gopal doing dumb shit. Gopal is a good-for-nothing man who, as the story moves forward, actually starts to become good at something. He starts becoming good at being really bad. But towards the end, he even fails to do that properly. What the hell, Gopal? I mean, don't get me wrong, he doesn't turn into a good human or anything. He just goes back to being good for nothing. Gee, what's the story? What happens? Super unique. There's a guy who is in love with his best friend. But the best friend chooses to be in a relationship with the guy's other best friend. Now the guy's sole reason of existence is to plan a revenge on his other best friend. But in the end, he has a change of heart. Never heard that one before, except मैं तुम्हें भूल जाऊँ ये हो नहीं सकता, और तुम मुझे भूल जाओ ये मैं होने नहीं दूंगा. And basically every other psycho Bollywood movie. So Gopal is in love with his best friend, extremely annoying Aarti, who chooses to be in a relationship with Gopal's close friend, barely there Raghav. To which Gopal has an absolutely normal reaction like, "What a slut bitch whore. Did you do it with him? Did you give him a blowjob? Slut." I don't know why Aarti chose Raghav over Gopal. He seems like such a nice guy. Gopal is poor with an ailing father whose dream is to see his son become an engineer. But even after 2 attempts, Gopal fails to become one. Father dies, leaving behind a lot of disappointment and debt for Gopal to pay. Gopal, then using unethical means, opens an engineering college. Aarti cheats on Raghav with Gopal. All through his life, Gopal is like, "I want money, money I want, money, I want Aarti, money is everything, I want Aarti, money, 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 Aarti, Aarti, Aarti." But then, when he finally gets Aarti, he stages a scene where he makes Aarti believe that he's cheating on her to push her away because he realizes that he's an ass of a human and Aarti deserves better. Ugh, just ugh. So to tell you how extremely annoying Aarti is, Gopal and Aarti have their first interaction in school when they were 10 years old. Gopal steals her chocolate cake and she starts crying. The next day Gopal comes to her with a box of laddus and he's like, "I took your chocolate cake, you take this, it will be even." And like any normal 10-year-old, Aarti is like, "I can't eat this, I'm on a diet." But then why did you cry for your chocolate cake? And she's like, chocolate is chocolate, chocolate is different. Now, barely there Raghav is barely there in the book. He gets talked about a lot. His existence in the book is for other people to have a conversation. He's someone who always wants to do good, he wants to change the world. His beliefs are exact opposite of Gopal's beliefs. He's an engineer turned journalist who writes honest, brutal articles about huge personalities, getting them in trouble. He starts his own newspaper called Revolution 2020, and his aim is to bring a revolution in the world by 2020, a world free of corruption. We all know what Revolution 2020 brought. I guess there is less corruption now because there are less people, because people are dying and dead people can't take or give a lot of bribes. Now, don't be fooled by the name of the book, Revolution 2020. There's nothing even remotely similar to a revolution going on in the story, in the book, or anywhere near it. This is a weird story, it's the nicest thing I can say about it. But I don't feel like being nice today. This book is the answer to the question, come on, what's the worst that could happen? No matter what you are, where you are, what situation you are in, this book is the worst thing that can happen to you. So let's all join hands and pray. God, please, please don't let this be turned into a movie. I will go out on the streets to protest. Having said all of that, I have nothing against Chetan Bhagat. In fact, one of my favorite books and movies is Two States. But I guess when he was writing this book, his mom was yelling at him. Because now we're so used to our moms yelling at us that it does nothing to us. It means nothing to us. I guess that's the essence behind creating this book. It gives you nothing. Even if I give you spoilers for this book, I will not be the one spoiling this book for you. This book does that on its own. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and do let me know if there's any other book that you'd like me to review, and be happy to do so. You can check out my other videos right over here, and if you like what I do, please subscribe to my channel by clicking on this face right over here.